construction, into engineering construction, if into building and everything in that line, this is your conversation to learn a thing or two and to be part of the great cause that we are to talk about. A very good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
Pleasure having you again.
Yes, it's always good to be here.
Right.
UBC, the national broadcaster. We are sure we're reaching the entire nation.
Definitely
it's a
so.
pleasure to see you.
Definitely so. The last time you were here, you were not yet the president, and this time around you are in the whole realm of the highest office.
Thank you so much. I'm Mrs. Kiara Bintam Kuranga. And you're right, the last time I was here, I was not in the capacity of president, and now I am the first female president. And as we said, this is the national broadcaster,
right.
So allow me to be very categorically clear that the first female president
Definitely
of the Uganda National Association of Builders, Suppliers and Engineering Contractors, that is UNAPSEC. I'm also, as the first female president, the founder of the Women in Construction and Infrastructure Ugandan chapter, which is known as WIKI Ugandan chapter. A
Lovely.
pleasure to be here.
Lovely indeed, but let's have an introduction of this. What exactly is UNAPSEC and what role does it play in Uganda's construction sector?
So to our viewers of UBC this morning, UNAPSEC is Uganda National Association of Builders, Suppliers and Engineering Contractors. Initially, we were UNAPSEC with a C. Now we are UNAPSEC with an S because we underwent a rebrand at our 30th anniversary a couple of years ago. I think it was around 2023. And it was at that rebranding and anniversary celebration that we birthed this Ucife that we shall be speaking about today. But briefly, UNAPSEC is a member-driven association. We have about 500 members who are genuine suppliers and contractors, suppliers of construction material input, contractors both local and international, because we have that class of A1 international contractors. Many times people ask us, are you just for local contractors? No, because the sector in Uganda has many players who are both international and local. So UNAPSEC has been around since 1993. That is why it is very celebratory for in its 33 years to have the first female president. So it also speaks to the progression that has been in the sector, the progression that has been in the country to be able to embrace the leadership of women in all spheres. So today, as UNAPSEC, we've been championing professionalism, integrity, capacity building, policy advocacy for sustainable growth within Uganda's construction sector. And we like to say that we are the engine that drives the construction sector in Uganda.
Now one would wonder, is UNAPSEC a government entity? Is it a private entity? Is it a non-profit organization? Where exactly does it fall and how does it operate?
Yeah, so UNAPSEC is firstly a private sector association. We are not a government agency. However, we work closely with government because when you're in the position of UNAPSEC, you do not want to be isolated, you do not want to be at loggerheads with government. Firstly, government is our biggest employer of contractors in Uganda, so it's important that there is a body that plays a sort of a refereeing role, and UNAPSEC plays that role. So we like to say, yes, we have also the roles of being a pressure group, but we are not only a pressure group, we are a partner, a solution-driven partner to the government of Uganda in delivering on its promises to the people of Uganda. So yes, we are a non-political, non-partisan, member-driven association.
And as we go on, I think I'll just try to get your 2 cents, because it's budget season, given that a bag of cement now shifted from 500 shillings to 750 Uganda shillings, and how that is going to affect the construction industry. But before we even get there, what is the vision and mission of UNAPSEC?
Our vision as UNAPSEC, maybe for those who are not our members may not know that we recently ended our 5-year strategic plan, and we have launched another 5-year strategic plan, and a few things have changed, including our vision and mission and core values to be able to deliver on those promises. As we said, we are firstly a member-driven association, so our priority is to our members, and our vision is to build a resilient and inclusive construction sector that drives innovation and sustainable development across Africa. So we went from nation to Africa because we saw that our influence has started going beyond Uganda. We are invited to regional fora. We are invited even beyond Africa to other nations and continents. So, but for now, we are keeping our vision to be regional in the continent. Our mission is to empower our members with tools, networks, knowledge, and platforms they need to thrive in an increasingly competitive environment. We like to say that we are people of grace. So our core values are under the acronym of GRACE. We say that we are genuine, we are resilient, we are accountable, and we are engaged with our members as an association, because like I said, in the next 5 years we want to see that we grow the capacity of our members, especially the local contractors and the local suppliers.
Right. You are watching UBC TV, and it's rather interesting. One would think of resilience and grace in the same sentence, yet it's very possible. It is one of the core values of UNAPSEC, that is the Ugandan National Association of Builders and Suppliers. Pardon me, Ugandan National Association of Builders, Suppliers and Engineering Contractors.
I want to comment a bit on the resilience you said there.
Yes,
we played a lot, and resilience needed to come in because of the times that contractors have been going through from about 2020 to now. Contractors have gone through so many issues stemming from delayed payments and everything that surrounds that. So we realized that to be able to succeed as a contractor or a supplier in this sector, you must wire resilience into your systems to be able to survive the VUCA times. True,
and that resilience is the R in the GRACE, which is genuine, resilient, accountable, committed, and engaged. Quite profound, if you ask me. It's rather very profound for core values that govern a big association that looks into a lot of the construction that we see, especially that is government-led construction, which means that it speaks into you and I, who are taxpayers at the end of the day. Now, I understand that there is an upcoming exhibition. Kindly speak more into it.
As I come to the exhibition, we've been emphasizing that we are a member-driven association, so the more we grow in our numbers, the stronger our voice and the bigger our influence in the sector and in the government. So what services we offer to our member? These include lobbying and advocacy, where we're constantly engaging the development partners, the government, to be able to see that we have policies that favor our people, our members, but more so the local contractors and suppliers. Of course, we do information sharing and networking. This could be one of them, using this form of mass media to be able to disseminate information that affects our members and the public in general. We do business advisory, we do visibility promotions, which are such exhibitions like the Ucife come in, and we also do research and development, because it's one thing to be always reactive and reactionary to things that are happening, but when you do research and development, then your lobbying can be, you know, you can be a trendsetter, a pace setter, to say from what we are seeing we need to be going in this direction. So yes, about Ucife, as I said, Ucife is Uganda Construction Industry Forum and Exhibition. We launched it when we were turning 30 years at our 30-year anniversary, and we are looking forward to having the Ucife again this year round. So basically, I need to also clarify this, because a lot of invitation letters have gone out before, and the dates on those letters were 8th and 9th of July, which would have been next month, but we are all aware of the prevailing circumstances and the directories from the Ministry of Health, you know, this silent Ebola that is going on, and you know, your neighbors' problems become your problems. Ebola is happening in Congo, Ucife is being postponed in Kampala. So we postponed it because one of the precursors to the forum and exhibition is the contractors run, and we know clearly from the directives of the Ministry of Health that we want to adhere to, that we cannot do the runs anymore. So we decided as an association to move this event to September. So it's moving from 8th and 9th to 16th and 17th of September, and the run is now going to be on the 13th of September. So I'm going to get to the details of someone will say you talked of exhibition, now you're talking of a run. But in due course we shall get to that. I just wanted to put out that information in the public. A couple of days ago we were at the change of guard at the Ministry of Works, and one of the key stakeholders told me, oh, I'm looking forward to the event next month. So I realized that a lot of stakeholders are still on the dates that were communicated to them, but I hope such a national platform like UBC can put the word out that we have moved the Ucife event and the contractors run from July to September 13th for the run, 16th and 17th for the event. So why was Ucife established? Like we said, we were having our 30th anniversary celebrations, and at 30 years we felt like UNAPSEC had matured. We had become a voice that cannot be ignored in the sector, and we've attended other exhibitions, other fora across the region and the world, and we feel that it's time we have a local forum that we can own in Uganda in the construction sector. Recently we've seen a boom of expos, construction expos here and there, so meaning Uganda is becoming a center of focus, but we shouldn't always let outsiders come to so to speak, run the show on our turf. So as UNAPSEC, we decided it was time that we created a platform where stakeholders can come with a credible partner that is giving that platform, and that credible partner is UNAPSEC. So Ucife brings together all stakeholders in the sector under one roof for a 2-day forum to discuss all matters construction, to celebrate the wins, to also talk about the things that didn't go so well, and to then influence the direction of policy, as I said. So that's why as UNAPSEC we thought it was important to have Ucife.
Right, thank you so much. If you're just joining the show, don't miss out on this bit, because this is building, construction, engineering here in Uganda, something that we interact with almost on a daily basis, not even almost, but on a daily basis. In one way or the other, there's some form of construction going on, either at a public, by a public entity or by a private entity, individual entity, but it's construction and it's information that you need. It's a community that you need to be part of. Looking at the Uganda Construction and Infrastructure Forum and Exhibition that the President has just explained, whose date has changed from one that was supposed to happen next month in July all the way to September 13th, and this is due to matters Ebola. So the communique had to be put out there, but be part of the conversation if you have interest, especially if you have interest in these things, but also if you want to learn a thing or two, be part of the conversation. 0709-602-592 is the WhatsApp number that you should engage. Good morning, Julian. President Phillips here from Karamoja. Do you also control road constructions? That's a question. And if yes, why have Maram roads turned into valleys? With my layman engineering observation, the road is supposed to be raised to allow water flow sideways. This has led to frequent accidents. Number 2, most schools constructed start cracking before a year or so. Why? Are engineers compromising their ethical conduct? Number 3, I saw your organization requesting DHOs and DEOs to submit a list of health centers and schools still with asbestos roofing. This is a good move because asbestos risks people's health. Over to you, President. Oh,
thank you very much. I'm happy to be interacting with people all the way in Karamoja. Kudos to UBC. So I'll take on the questions raised by our viewer. Remind me his name.
Phillips.
Yes, so Phillips, I'll take on your questions in the order that you raised them. 1, do we control roads? The simple answer really is no. But just because it's no does not mean I will not have a comment. Like I said earlier, UNAPSEC is not a government entity, it's not a government agency. We are a private sector association. But we do agree with you that this issue of roads needs to be looked into, and sometimes roads fall into dismaintenance, if I may call it, lack of maintenance because of several issues. Maybe the contractor on that road, they got delayed to be paid and they got off the road and the road then deteriorated or something. I would need to know the specifics. But also the responsibility to make road designs lies with the government through the Ministry of Works and formerly UNRA. So by the time a contractor comes on the road, there is a design that has been made, usually through a consultant who is also representing government on that project. So yes, sometimes the design bit is beyond the contractor, because by the time you come to do the road, they present you a design on how to do that road. But we appreciate feedback from the road users, because this is public goods and the citizens need to benefit. And if you're not benefiting, the road is not serving its purpose, there should be feedback to be able to then get back to the authorities in charge to be able to maybe change that design, or know that in Karamoja, for instance, this sort of design will not work. So we agree with you that that needs to be taken seriously. You talked about cracking of schools. I want to maybe open it up, but generally cracking of walls once a structure has been built. Of course, the simple way to think about it could be that the engineer compromised or that the materials were not of the right quality. But I don't want to jump to that directly. Sometimes also you need to know the kind of soil and structure that you're building on to know that it could sustain that kind of wall or something like that. So sometimes those cracks do develop. One, we need to make sure that the supervision of the work was done right. That is why, as UNAPSEC, we are big on quality. We say we deal with genuine suppliers, genuine providers, genuine contractors. As you know also, when we had the name change, I told you when we went from UNAPSEC with the C to S, the S brought in suppliers because we understood that the construction value chain and the whole ecosystem is incomplete if we do not handle the issue of supplies and quality supplies in construction, quality materials in construction. So we opened up for suppliers to become. Initially they could be associate members, so you couldn't really hold them so much accountable. Now they are fully members of the association. And we also always say, use professionals. And if these schools, let's say, are government schools, then you have authorities through whom you can report these things and we can review. If this, for instance, was the work of a member of UNAPSEC, a company member, we would follow up because we have complaint mechanisms, we have disciplinary mechanisms. And usually when such things come up, the first question we do as UNAPSEC, investigate that contractor if they're our member. So if they're not our member, then we put out again the cry that there needs to be something similar to what happens in TZ, because in TZ in Tanzania there is a requirement that all contractors should belong to an association, a private sector association, because government cannot police every single one business. But that requirement, therefore, when you're coming to register to the Contractors Registration Board, you present your membership certificate, because they know that somebody somewhere is holding you accountable for your activities, and you will account beyond just the government accountability. So yes, we take that as an issue of accountability or lack thereof, and whoever does such kind of work needs to be held responsible. But if they don't belong in an association like UNAPSEC, you may not even be able to trace them after they execute such a contract. Finally, the third question, I'm very happy that he has his ears to the ground, because this is going to come squarely within our conversation of the Ucife and the run, the contractors run. So maybe, Phillips, you will allow me to defer this last question because we're going to talk about it exhaustively. He touched on the issue of changing, we sent out a request as UNAPSEC to schools and health centers that still have asbestos. You know, I studied just here, your neighbor, UBC. I studied at Shimoni Demonstration School, and we had, between us and UBC, there was a bamboo fence. And they used to break those bamboos to cane us. Wow. So I'm glad that bamboo is no longer there, but neither is the school. But the point I'm making is that even our school right here in the center of the city had asbestos iron sheets. And now we know the dangers of having asbestos. It's the carcinogen properties that it has. So we sent out a call to health centers and schools that still have asbestos, because under our contractors run, we do it for social impact. It's a corporate social responsibility for us as UNAPSEC. So yes, Phillips, we're going to talk about it in more detail. I don't want to go there now unless you allow us to skip and go straight to
I think we can actually, because I understand that there is a contractor's run that UNAPSEC is organizing. And now that you've already chewed a bit on that meat, how about you complete all of it?
Yes, thank you. I needed to be released officially. So we do have the contractors run. It's a precursor event to the Ucife, because we believe that all of us owe a duty and a responsibility to the public and the citizens of Uganda. It's not just about profit and bottom line all the time. So even as UNAPSEC, we believe in giving back, because we do accept and agree that construction activities have a great impact on the environment and on the society, so we want to give back. So our way of giving back is the contractors run, and this year we are running for schools and health centers that still have asbestos. Why did we go for that? Remember, we talked about our members, the suppliers. Within our members as UNAPSEC and in the construction sector, we are the ones who do roofings and the buildings. So we have members who, some of them are already passionate about this cause, and we decided that it's time for us to say no to this asbestos. Let it be zero asbestos in all of our schools and medical centers. Imagine, the schools are the young people. This represents our future. Imagine exposing them all those years to cancer generating, effects in their young lives. And then the hospitals and health centers, these are already vulnerable. They are sick, and again they are being treated under an asbestos roof. So we are doing that as corporate social responsibility. We call upon the members of UNAPSEC who specifically deal in roofings to come and be a part of this. I've engaged them. I don't want to mention names here because one may say you didn't mention my name, but I've engaged them as the president. Also the team has engaged you, our members, dealing in roofings, to be able to come alongside us and see that we remove, even I've had police, some of the police barracks, and maybe, I've not heard of army, but maybe some barracks still have them. So let us come together. We make zero asbestos. I know that we are really focusing on schools and health centers because it's critical, but if we raise over and above, we shall go beyond what we have planned. So we encourage you to come, but also general contractors, you can come and give your time, give your skill. But another thing I need to mention, one of our members who is passionate about this, they've studied it exhaustively. They said not anyone can remove an asbestos iron sheet. It's not just like I'm removing and I'm putting it. There is a special way to handle it. There's special gear to wear it. So maybe we welcome help in financially, so that the people who are technical, who are trained to handle this, can be able to do it. So yes, Phillips, we've received many schools. I've seen many actually from eastern Uganda that have responded to this call, and the call is still open, such that we are running virtually, we are running physically, so you may not be able to come, but you want to be a part of this cause, you can still buy the kit and run. There is a mini mini website that we've created for this, just to log on and do a virtual run, and we welcome all Ugandans to ensure that our children are safe and even our health people are not exposed to worse conditions.
Right, indeed. And I understand is there any other activity in between there, like a blood donation drive or anything like that?
Yeah, so usually they run because remember we are saying come, run, be healthy, be fit, but in that we also do a blood donation drive.
Right.
So the blood donation drive really is self-explanatory. There's no factory that manufactures blood. Blood can only come from one human being to another human being. So we are saying you who is healthy, who is fit, who can run all these kilometers, you must be having some good blood. So be able to come and donate that blood. We shall of course pass it on to the blood bank, Uganda Blood Bank, and we shall be doing this run together with the Uganda Blood Bank who know the process of taking blood, screening blood, and banking blood.
Definitely. So now our time is fast spent, but we would also love to know, as we begin to close the conversation, how can companies participate, and what message do you have to potential sponsors?
Firstly, this year the whole Ucife is under the theme of harnessing digitalization and innovation in construction and infrastructure. And then the run, as we said, also has a blood donation drive. We welcome all partners and possible sponsors, because Ucife provides a unique opportunity. As I said, many other foreigners are coming in Uganda. In a year you can find at least 3 exhibitions. So come and be a part of this national Ugandan exhibition in our sector. So we are inviting private companies, we are inviting financial institutions like banks, like insurance companies. We are inviting the contractors, local and international suppliers. We are inviting technology firms. Remember, it's about innovation in construction. So development partners, government and stakeholders to come and be a part. So of course, as a sponsor, you have exceptional brand visibility. This is a high-level platform in Uganda. You have access directly to the potential market that you're looking for. You have the policymakers in one roof, industry players. You have speaking opportunities also as an exhibitor or a sponsor. You have space. There is free media coverage. I'm sure UBC will be on ground. So there's networking opportunities. There's B2B, business-to-business opportunities. You know, many times people travel to Ethiopia, to Dubai to have these B2B opportunities, but we are bringing one right here in Uganda. So really come for brand visibility. Come see, come learn, but also come and be seen. Indeed.
And good morning, Julie. Thank you for the show. And is there a way of joining the team? This is Afande Obote in Gulu City. How can he join the UNABSEC fraternity and the whole team therein?
Thank you very much, Afande. A very good morning to you from Gulu. We are happy to have you as well. Well, you're very welcome to join the team of UNABSEC, but let me start from the level of UNABSEC, the association. It's corporate membership in UNABSEC. So an individual, you and me, Afande, may not be able to join UNABSEC, but you can join UNABSEC if you have a construction company properly registered, because remember, we go for genuine providers, genuine contractors. So the documents we ask you to prove that your company is legally registered. Then we classify you. If you're a contractor, we have different classes of membership that we have even been benchmarked on by the Ministry of Works in trying to see how they can properly organize the sector. So we have from A1 International, which are the multi-billion-dollar firms which come to be in the construction in Uganda. But then also we have the class of A1 local, which is the highest class for local contractors, all the way to A5. So A5 is the entry level SME. You've done your engineering or whatever course that is related in the building space, and you come together, young people, you formed your company, you're ready to run business, but you want to associate, you want to connect, you want to network with others, so then you join as class A5.
Right.
However, to join this Ucife, there is really nothing. It's open to all and sundry. If you're interested, you come, you participate. The exhibition is free to all who would like to come, but the forum has a fee of 400,000 if you pay beyond 15th of September. Early bird is 350,000 for non-UNAPSEC companies. UNAPSEC members, you know that's your privilege. You always attend. When you're paid up member, you attend for free. And then the students and young professionals are paying just 150,000. So for the forum, all are welcome.
Indeed. Thank you very much. That is Kiara Binta Kurunga, who has been speaking with us regarding matters construction, building, engineering contractors there from the Uganda National Association of Builders, Suppliers and Engineering Contractors, UNAPSEC, regarding an exhibition that will take place on September 13th. Be part of it, really. This is very important. Schools, make sure that you plug your students in this new curriculum that we do have, that is not knowledge-based, but rather more hands-on based. It's worth being a part of. We do close it with someone who says, "Good morning, Madam President." And she is receiving your good morning. We close it here as well as another guest is coming through. It's a Friday, so we do also enjoy some bit of music there on Good Morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala.